February, love blossomed in Puerto Princesa as 200 young couples were joined in holy matrimony on one single day. Every year, the lovers wait for the big day and are married in a mass ceremony conducted by the municipality.
So we decided to make it on February 14th, Valentine's Day, and call it Love Affair with Nature.
Ang saya! Happy wedding and happy Valentine's Day! Hip hip! Hip hip!
The mayor conducts the ceremony and congratulates the newlyweds, while popular artists make for a pleasant time.
And it is gaining grounds for the 7 years that we've initiated this program. More and more people are coming to join this.
This year, even the heavy tropical rain which struck in the middle of the ceremony did not deter the love holiday revelers, and the party continued under a blanket of umbrellas with damp hairdos and wet smiles. A great feeling of love broke through the boundaries of the ceremony and encompassed Puerto Princesa, the island of Palawan, and nature as a whole. Between the drops, each couple received a mangrove plant, and together, in a symbolic gesture of creation and connection with nature, planted a new grove of mangroves, enlarging the wonderful nature reserve whose roots are in the water and treetops in the sky. Even before he was elected mayor, Hagedorn promised his voters that he would go to great lengths in order to nurture the ties between land and nature and mankind. Vision, initiative, and a great deal of public courage are needed in order to bring about environmental changes on this scale when facing mighty economic powers pulling in different directions. Over the years, the way of life in Puerto Princesa has changed consistently, progressing from an indifferent society to one that internalizes green principles and protects natural assets such as the mangrove forests. Sailing between the mangrove trees is a unique experience that reveals an entire world, different and exceptional. Different species of plants and animals hide among the forest views that grow between the waves. Anyone who can live here has developed a wonderful ability to deal with an excess of salt, lack of oxygen, and constant wetness. Alongside their feeding roots, which are planted deep within the ground, the mangrove trees developed a system of aerial roots that look like stems planted between the tree trunks. The aerial roots are exposed when the tide is low, and they fulfill their purpose in the open air. The mangroves secrete excess salt on their leaves. The mangrove tree is strong and resistant to termites, a trait that has made it very desirable to the furniture industry. Another reason that it is in demand is that it serves as an excellent combustible material. For this reason, the mangrove forests worldwide are shrinking as a result of deforestation and overuse. Today, the largest concentration of mangrove trees in the Republic is located in Palawan.
Well, as I've mentioned earlier, you see, everything we enjoy today comes from the environment. The water we drink, the air we breathe, the food we eat, our shelter, clothing, everything comes from Mother Earth. So if we destroy the environment, we're destroying life itself. How can we plan for a better future if all the resources are gone? What can we offer our kids if all the trees, the forests, the seas have been abused, have been totally deteriorated just because of greed? So here in Puerto Princesa, we're trying to make a difference.
The symbolic planting of the mangroves ties the young families in a firm and compelling bond with the local nature. And when the personal love story connects with the love of nature, the environment has a greener and brighter future. Once a year, during the mass wedding ceremony, the residents' bond to nature and the need to preserve it is brought to the head of the community's priorities. But throughout the year as well, consistent action is taken, whose purpose is to put Puerto Princesa on the ecological tourism map. A local radio station with the stated purpose of carrying the banner of green principles, caring for the environment and the protection of nature, was established in the city. The station's broadcasts carry the green message to the residents of Puerto Princesa.
This is an environmental station, and here we promote environmental awareness to the community, and especially our good mayor, Edward Hagedorn, has been very passionate in protecting our environment. And we plant tree seedlings, and actually we already had more than 1 million.
In addition, at any given moment, a number of projects dealing with environmental development are being carried out. For example, Mayor Hagedorn chose the underground river as a representative tourist site, and he is working to cultivate it and to put it on the World Tourism Map. The President of the Philippines, Benigno Aquino, toured the river and sailed along the route that is open to the public. The river was declared a World Heritage Site for Preservation by UNESCO in 1999, and the President's visit was another important step in its recognition as an important site on the island. In a demonstration of hot air balloons that was held this year in Manila, the capital of the Philippines, Hagedorn and his men flew a balloon that advertised the underground river before thousands of spectators.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.
The site is gaining more and more momentum, and while it is being prepared for a large crowd, many visitors are already arriving to set sail in the magic of its murky halls. The underground river flows in the southern part of the island and makes its way through the bowels of the mountains between limestone more than 8 kilometers deep until it spills into the South China Sea. The sail exposes magnificent karst configurations, halls, stalactites, and stalagmites. The mountain and the river which flows within its bowels are a unique nature preserve that includes one of the most important tropical forests in Asia, which is inhabited by hundreds of species of plants and animals, some of which are extremely rare. The wide-scale environmental activity around the underground river joins a long list of activities which the municipality, headed by Hagedorn, is promoting. Some of these are forest preservation and putting an end to deforestation, closing mines throughout the area and rehabilitating damages caused by the old mines, establishing a naval police force for the purpose of preventing illegal fishing and protecting the coral reef, putting green vehicles on the district's roads, operating solar lighting lines along the roads, and professional treatment of the city's sewage. This wide-scale activity attracts journalists and reporters from the Philippines and the entire world to the area. The journalists who are exposed to the wide-scale activities see Puerto Princesa as a leading model city in the field of ecology, support it, and attempt to spread the green message throughout the world. After the wedding celebrations, a special folklore evening is held for the couples in the presence of the mayor, a cultural evening that represents the long-term bond between the island and nature and between the local community. Dances in traditional costumes, local music, and mythology from the past are blended in a variety of sounds and colors, and complete days of celebration, which are filled with donation, commitment, and love for the community. Today, the world is only a step away from the ecological point of no return. It is clear to all the world's leaders that if modern society's patterns of existence are not changed, our sources of existence will be irreversibly damaged to the point where our children's futures may be endangered. Despite this, only a few world leaders are willing to pick up the gauntlet and join in the effort to change the world's ecological perception by working to endow us with a way of life based on balance and sustainability. Mayor Edward Hagedorn and the people of Puerto Princesa are the first in the Republic of the Philippines to make the change, and together they are marching towards a life which is a love affair with nature.